Alright, it's time for some more bad movies, folks. So here's what happened. I had these on my my shelf, for a bit, and I love bad cinema. So I've watched all three of these, and this is Lake Fear, which, Lake Fear and Lake Fear 3 are connected from what I remember. Lake Fear 2, The Swamp, is something completely different, but of course we'll get to those films when we get to those films. But yeah, Lake Fear is technically a trilogy. Um, and I wanted to marathon them again, and then I got through this one, and I thought, you know what? Bad movie aficionado. Let's let's talk about them, shall we? Um, there is a bit to say about these. These are really great, like low budget films. These are passion projects that you can tell. There's great things about them, and well, let's talk about this one specifically. There's great things about it, and then there is horrendous things about it. Okay, in a nutshell, this film is visually awesome. Great looking effects and lots of blood and lighting. Awesome, great lighting, great atmosphere building, beautiful. Sound design, no. Wow. Wow, is the sound design uniquely bad. And no disrespect to anybody, or, I'm not trying to diss anybody. The project's fine. You know, I'm a reviewer. I'm just reviewing the thing. I'm not an expert or anything like that. But man, the sound design is all over the place when it comes to like voiceovers, dubbing, one person being louder than the other, background effects. Every sound effect is just sounds off in a sense. Sometimes they don't match what's going on screen, or the sound doesn't match what is happening. The music choices are ridiculous. This film starts off with a gospel song during the opening credits, and then there's all kinds of music in all kinds of directions. Um, Throughout the scenes, there's a lot of like scratchy like strings and like violin sounds, and just really really scratchy staticky sounding effects that are sometimes way too loud for everything else that's going on, such as dialogue and stuff like that. I don't know how the sound design versus the visual effects were so like polar opposite in quality, in my observation, but sure as hell was. So what we have going on here is we have these four girls. Starts off with this girl named Tina, and Tina is being dropped off for a weekend getaway with her friends by her mom, and her mom thinks she's like a very good girl. She's dressed in conservative clothing. She's got like a cute, dress and whatever. And then she leaves the car, her mom takes off, and she's like, took you fucking long enough or something like that. And then she strips down, she's got these booty shorts, gorgeous, gorgeous ass. The camera is focusing right on it. A little too much slow motion in this film. The director definitely loved it, and the cameraman, or the editing crew especially, whoever edited the film down, definitely loved their slow-mo, so you can tell. And there's a lot of it, and they're focusing on this girl named Tina. She has a bunch of guys like taking her clothes for her, like her conservative clothes, and then giving her keys to a car, and then she just gets in the car and starts driving off. So these guys, it's never explained who they are. They're just like her servants, I guess, her simps, who just stand around and wait for her to come across. And like, I'll take your clothes and I'll give you the car. Here's the keys and shit like that. And she's bending over, obviously on purpose, to show the audience her ass and all that stuff, and her body, which is gorgeous again. And then she goes to pick up the other girls. So we got Kathy, who's this redhead, supplying the beer basically. Jordan, who has a conversation with her father right before she leaves, and her father is like, be careful, don't get into too much trouble and stuff like that. And she's like, you think I'm going out to be a whore, don't you? And he's like, no, I don't think you're going to go out to be a whore. I'm just asking you to be careful. And she's like, okay, bye, daddy, and all that stuff. And then we have Stephanie, who enjoys wearing cat ears and a cat tail. Even though this is not Halloween, she just likes to have the the furry cat ears and at all times, basically. But then they go to this cabin and they party their asses off. They waste no time. Like it strictly, like it goes from them arriving there. Apparently, this cabin also belongs to this like random person. It's an abandoned cabin, and I'm not exactly sure if they know it's abandoned or not. But they certainly don't give a fuck about showing up and having whoever owns the cabin show up and whatnot, because they're all like, oh, who's gonna like arrest four girls in distress who are lost in the forest and just needed to find a place to crash with beer and everything, you know, who knows. But you definitely get some well, a lot of Evil Dead references in this film. Obviously, it's called Lake Fear and it takes place in a cabin in the woods where four chicks are partying. A lot of Evil Dead stuff going on, and a lot of The Ring. As shit starts to go down, they start to discover this shed that's located by the cabin, and there's a lot of weird shit going on in the shed. And one of the rooms has this television that shows a lot of disturbing and a lot of like black and white creepy imagery with the hair over the eyes and everything that has to do with like the Ring vibes kind of thing. It's a very difficult film to follow completely, but from my understanding and from my observations of like my guess, you could say, is that this film basically suggests like other dimensions, and the cabin being the realm or the center point to dive across other dimensions and other you know, and bring forth like creatures and monsters. There's a few. This turns into a creature feature a little bit. And then you have this recording of this guy speaking on this radio, total Evil Dead 2 stuff. And then this guy shows up. We never get his name or anything like that, but he basically comes out of the television at some point. His acting, I don't know if it was on purpose or by accident, but his acting is not good. He tries to be the comedic relief, and like he's just that quirky, jokey guy. And I guess he's obviously doing what the director told him to, so I can't say that he's a horrible actor by accident, but it's just he's so out of place, I find. And I didn't see like, first of all, I didn't even know who he was, so maybe with an introduction and a little bit more into his character would have changed things around. But he, like I said, shows up, and then these girls like basically slowly one by one start turning into demons, especially Stephanie, the girl with the cat ears. There's a scene where she goes into the forest and basically starts to get swallowed up by the bloody dirt, grimy ground, and her arms start getting like stuck in there. And then after that she basically goes all evil and shit like that and starts to, you know, attack the other girls slowly, and you hear her voice in backgrounds when she's not there and stuff like that, kind of suggesting again that she's calling from a different dimension kind of thing. So I'm pretty sure from like I said, from my understanding, this cabin is like multiple dimensions in one place happening at the same time kind of thing. That's my guess anyway. But yeah, like the vibes were cool, and the best thing about this film is the visual effects, because the gore is great. There's tons of it, and they designed the girls like in demonic form real well. One of them has like that zipper that people put on their face to look like the skin has been like open, like zipped open, and really really great looking visuals on the makeup and the makeup department like that. One girl gets a saw blade through the hand, and it's really gross looking. It's basically slices her hand in half, and she's just like waving her hand around with the thing hanging there. Lots of blood sprays. There's scenes where blood is spraying from people's mouths onto all over other people's faces and all over walls. And there's this pig creature that comes along eventually that kind of resembles a pig in like somewhat human form. There's this scene where the girls start doing this weird ass classical dance thing. Um, and it's funny and it's in a creepy way, but it's pretty funny. The crazy thing though, like I said, along with the sound design being bizarrely bad, is the song choices. The song ends on the end credits with a ska track. Ska, okay? It starts with a gospel track and then ends off in a ska ska song. Just crazy with the music choices in this thing. So yeah, it's a great visual treat on a lot of batshit insanity going on within a cabin to four girls and one random dude that shows up, and it's a background movie. It's a movie that you watch for the horrors and the horror treats, and kind of guess the story, you could say. I don't know if this film focuses heavily on the story. Like I said, I gave my own interpretation of it from what I understood, but I could be dead wrong. But all in all, you're going to get some great visual effects, some really hot girls in a cabin, and really, really batty, nutty, crazy, horrific shit going on for an hour and 20 minutes. Which it doesn't stay too long. It doesn't overstay its welcome either. There is a commentary on this DVD, which I would love to check out. Michael Crum is the director and editor, so I'm sure he would have a lot to say on it. And the other Crum, Gerald Crum, he wrote it, I believe. He did the special effects, so good on him. Yeah, written by Gerald Crum and the special effects by Gerald Crum. So special effects, absolutely great, and great makeup design and great visuals. That's the big positives that I take on this film, and obviously the girls being sexy as fuck. So that's what I got on Lake Fear. I will be reviewing the next two as well, so stay tuned for those if you're interested. And subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you like to listen to my voice or if you like my film reviews. I'll be back with more when I can, so stay tuned if you're interested. Until next review, take care, have a good one, and cheers.